Alright, welcome to Cuphead Part 3. If you haven't been in touch with whatever we'd been doing in the Cuphead DLC, we just finished the main boss. I'm not gonna say the name, it's a spoiler boss, and we will be playing the remaining levels. I think it is like an extra sort of parrying mechanics things and parrying mechanic stages, which is called the King's Leap. We do find the king and he bestows us with different challenges. So there's 4 challenges out here, and all are parrying related challenges. Yeah, and I kind of had to figure out this that parrying will be really hard. So the parrying challenges are specifically made for Mrs. Chalice. So as you see, I take an intentional death, go back and equip the cookie charm so that we can actually use Miss Chalice out here. So going back, we go ahead and start the first challenge right off the bat, and this is pretty simple. As you see, the heads are pink and we gotta just knock the heads off with the parry. So it's pretty simple, but as you see, the chess pieces actually move towards where you are actually located. It's pretty much RNG, and the parryable heads won't actually pop out one after the other. It is entirely random. So it took me quite a while to figure out that I just need to dash into them rather than jump and dash, and it's pretty straightforward. Took a few tries just trying to I missed that, but just trying to not get hit, and a couple more. I think I lose it entirely because this game is really unforgiving, and as you see, I had just one more and I lose it there. So yeah, my thoughts behind this was it was pretty simple. So it was a really good start to what we can actually expect in this entire arena of challenges, like a Colosseum of Fools basically. I'm sorry, I just had lunch, so I'm pretty full. I had a burger and stuff like that. Didn't like it at all. So yeah, and that was it. That was the entire challenge. Pretty good for starters, as you saw. And yeah, we move on towards the next set of challenges. He gives us a couple of coins for each and every challenge, and we can't actually get back to the same ladder. We have to move to the different aisles, and then the ladder kind of pops down. I don't think you can move in like the same direction for each and every challenge. Whatever ladder comes to you, then you go for it, and I think the second challenge opens and the third, and so on and so forth. So yeah, my overall thought behind the challenges was that I had more fun with the parrying challenges in comparison to the other bosses, and in comparison to the other parrying challenges in the main story, where we have to protect Miss Chalice from the ghost. This is much more engaging in the sense that it has good RNG, but the main thing is that you can't shoot and you have to kind of display skills with the parrying. So it took me a couple of times to actually, I won't say couple, it took me quite a while to actually get used to the horse he has 4 attacks. One is I'll explain as he does it. So when he points his arrow towards the side, that means he is going to charge. Then the second one, if he goes below his hips, he is going to do an I think it's called an uppercut, in boxing terms at least. I'm not sure what it's called in jousting. And you can actually get 2 hits when the guy charges. One is when he is charging, and one when he is exhausted because of the charging. The second one is the arc of the sword. Its telegraph is by when he opens his eyes. That time he actually does the arc sword attack. And yeah, I think 3 attacks are in his quiver, basically. The upright jab, and the timing is pretty tight on the upright in the upright swing, because you can easily get hit for once if you're even late by a frame. And Cuphead being Cuphead, it's really unforgiving. And as you see, it's really I got the parry, but I died out there. So yeah, a really good fight. I tried to get a second, but lost it there. But yeah, this was really good. And 2, yeah, that was my strategy, at least for the charge. And out here, as you see, pretty tight, 1 frame behind and you actually lose a hit point. And yeah, as you saw, I almost got a hit there. Telegraph again, and 1 more, and I think you gotta hit him around 10 to 12 times to get the knockout. So a lot more patience in comparison to the other boss fights, since you're not doing damage until you actually hit or like do the parry off his main. So yeah, horse main, yeah, MANE. And I take it pretty close. I think I get the knockout in a couple more hits. And yeah, pretty close to death with 1 HP, but a lot of patience actually matters out here. And yeah, he will always taunt you, like that's one of his movesets. So yeah, this is actually a long fight if you go to see. And there it is, a knockout. So yeah, a really good patient fight, and we get the win. I don't think this is kind of needed for a speedrun or any of the sort, but I would love to see speedrunners actually go through this and get the best out of the whole parrying mechanic as a speedrun category as well. Hopefully that's also something that they can actually look out to. So we go for the third one, which is kind of like my favorite level of this King's Leap challenge. And yeah, I just tried to figure out if there was something like a hidden dialogue or something like that. So yeah, I'm not sure what this element or what this character is actually called, but here he moves in an S format or an S shape. Then for the second one, it's more of a sine or a cosine wave. And yeah, I think there's he lights a candle twice per phase, and you gotta try and blow it out by just running past the candles. And it's really easy once you figure out that you need to have a little more patience here and there. So in the first part, he moves in a tangent of sorts. Yeah, for first phase you just need to hit him once. For the second phase you gotta do it twice, and this is like an S format. And for the third phase, third or fourth phase, so you gotta be a little more patient here. You gotta hit him like 3 or 4 times. But yeah, a lot more dodging and a lot more a lot more patience with this thing, because he drops bells that come towards you. They don't follow you as such, but they will go to the place where the player was and move in that trajectory and finish off by moving towards the end of the screen. So yeah, it took me a couple of tries to kind of figure out that a lot of patience is actually needed. And the main thing was that I was a little bit tipsy when I actually played this, so it was even more fun. So yeah, try to blow out all those candles, try my best to outmaneuver the bells, and it's a pretty easy fight once you actually figure out what you actually need to do. And yeah, a little bit patience can take you everywhere, but Cuphead being Cuphead, it's really unforgiving. So yeah, figuring out his patterns, you can easily dodge the main head, and then go for the candles accordingly. As you saw there, I went for the bottom one, and then I went for the top candle. So yeah, and I think we move on to the last phase. So try to outmaneuver the candles, wait for it. Yeah. I am actually astonished that I didn't get hit in the last phase. Had a little more patience and we kind of got the win. So it's really fun. If you guys want like an in-depth analysis of how it's done, just drop a comment, and I can play the game and analyze my footage, and then actually put a video series of how to beat the boss. So I might do that even if I don't get any comments. So yeah, that was really fun. So the fourth and the final one, actually no, there's a fifth one as well. So how many have we done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we've done 5 actually. So this took me a while because it took a lot of RNG to kind of get right. So what you gotta do is you gotta launch the heads into the axe sharpener. Cat or dog, I'm not sure. Is that an executioner's mask that guy is wearing? I never noticed it until now. Yeah, so what we need to do is we need to kind of parry the heads into the guy, and as you see, as my first try, this is really bad. I don't think I get even one hit into him. Yeah. That's a really bad try, but it took me quite a while to actually understand everything and try to figure out, take my chances. And as you see, that's the only thing to it. So 2 types of heads, one is a skull and one is a parryable head. And for the second, third and the fourth phase, he drops down sparks that damage the player from the bottom. So you gotta be really careful in jumping and platforming those particles. Not sure. I think there's a specific word. Projectiles. Yeah, projectiles is the correct word. So the speed of the bottom projectiles increases as the phases go ahead and increase, so you gotta be more careful. I think the duration, I don't think the two particles actually come out at the same time. So yeah, I tried my best to get that, almost avoid being like getting hit. And yeah, this was a really fun, one of my favorite bosses, because I think I've played something like that before, where you parry something into the boss, and so close. I just needed one more head to actually damage him. So yeah, I think this is a try where I get it done really fast, like in comparison to the others. And while I was actually I was counting the number of heads as well. So you gotta hit him like 9 times, and I get this done faster than my previous runs as well, if that's even an achievement. So yeah, I try my best to get every head that I parried into him, and I don't think I was that inefficient in terms of and it ran off pretty fast. I'm not what ran off. I damaged him really fast, and yeah, I think I have a couple of more heads to actually get done. And yeah, this was an amazing fight that the developers keep trying to outdo themselves, and they actually do outdo themselves. And a really good point of applause for them that they had done it. And I think this is where I start to lose it and get more impatient, but in the end I do get the last one. So the last wow, that is an executioner's mask, because his head has just come off. Oh my lord, that was dark. So yeah, with this valiant victory, yeah, so I have one more to go, which is honestly a lot more RNG than I initially thought. And this is the last one that we can actually go ahead and earn some coins off of. And yeah, this was a lot more tedious than my previous. Oh, that's a queen. Okay, wow, the king has to put out a bounty on the queen. Good husbandry. Wow. So yeah, so simple thing is where the cannon has to damage the queen, and the cannons kind of move from left to right, but the cannons have they move from left to right, and not in order. Some moves start from the left, some moves start from the right. And this projectile drop is similar to the machine from, I think, I'm not sure what the boss's name was, where the gumball machine actually drops gumballs. I think there was the candy themed boss. I don't remember what the name was. So yeah, as you see, it's a lot more RNG in comparison to the other one, but I try my best. I just lose my cool at times and just try to hit a lot. Here I just try to wait so I don't get hit by the projectiles, take my time, and then go ahead and damage the queen. So as you see, sometimes the cannonballs go right above the queen, so it's kind of difficult to get in the damage as necessary. So you see me just lose my cool and just say forget it, just go ahead and hit or spam the cannons and something might hit. So yeah, here I just wait it out and try not to get hit by the as you see, the cannons are really bad in terms of hitting, and it just goes wide. Even if you're on target, it kind of doesn't hit. I lose. And I think we were really close. One more cannon and it would have been fun. I think in each phase the number of projectile she drops increases. Like as you can see right now, it's really less, and once it hits phase 2 and phase 3, the number of projectiles kind of increase. And as you see, I just hit the queen in succession in quite a few times. So yeah, it's a lot of RNG, but if you are on track, you can hit her with all the cannonballs that are kind of available. And yeah, I think same as the executioner boss, you gotta hit her 9 times and done. So that was the challenges arena, and it was quite fun. I really enjoyed it. He gives us the last remaining 3 coins, and I kind of go ahead, and yeah, tournament is concluded. So it was really fun. I don't mind doing that again and again for a long time. And as you see, I think there is a way back on top once you're already done. And yeah, if you play the entire game with, and yeah, as you go and see, I kind of buy the crack shot and the lightning convergence one and this one. So just to kind of go ahead and play the bosses on expert level, I can do that later on. And yeah, if you do the bosses with Mrs. Chalice, the flagpole actually turns yellow, and I think you have like a different outfit for Mrs. Chalice that you can actually do, and that's how you kind of unlock it. So there is another secret boss that I need to figure out yet. I think you gotta do the whole ghost thing, and yeah, I can try. Hopefully I figure that out by the end of the next part 4 or part 5 maybe. And yeah, we win another coin that is hidden here and there. And yeah, this was really fun challenge, and thank you Molden How brothers. And yeah, I will see you guys soon. As you can see, you can enter the King's Leap here, and yeah, we'll see you soon. Bye.